Vogue publication just published 15 celebrity couples with the biggest age gaps. We're going to go through them right now, and I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. First, we're starting off with Aaron Taylor Johnson and his wife Sam's marriage.
Aaron Taylor Johnson in the spotlight, silencing critics over his 23-year age gap with wife Sam.
That's been making headlines since the actor was tipped to be the next James Bond. Now, there's a 24-year age gap between this couple, but what's interesting is Sam is older. She's the woman in the relationship. He's been an actor for most of his life, and Aaron Taylor Johnson met his future wife, director and artist Sam Taylor Wood, on the set of Nowhere Boy in 2009.
He was just 18 when they met. She was 42.
Now, the film marked her feature directorial debut and one of his meatiest roles up to that point. Now, he starred in the film as a young, and apparently the chemistry between them was just super obvious and immediate. By the end of the shoot, they were dating. They got married in 2012, at which point they merged their surnames to create a new hyphenated surname, Taylor Johnson. Now, the actor made the name change official when he insisted that the marketing team on 2012's Karenina included his new last name in promotional materials. Now, to date, marriage has survived, and they have 4 beautiful girls, 2 from Sam's previous marriage, and 2 with their biological children.
4 beautiful daughters, a dozen years of marriage. They're the epitome of age is just a number.
Now, that means that Aaron was 19 while Sam was in her 40s. That must have been really challenging for them in the beginning, but the fact that their marriage is still intact and that his primary focus, like he wanted to have kids at a very young age, he was totally fine with that. He wanted to stay home with his girls, and that was very important. So that just goes to show that age can really just be a number in many cases. The next age gap that we have, this is a pretty age-wide gap, is Al Pacino and Noor Alfallah.
Al Pacino does not think the 54-year age gap with her girlfriend, Noor Alfallah.
Now, Al Pacino is a whopping 54 years his ex-girlfriend, Noor Alfallah Sr., so he's 54 years older. The 83-year-old actor reportedly began dating the 30-year-old back in 2020. However, their split headlines in last September. Noor, who previously dated Mick Jagger, is the mother of Al's 4th child, Roman. So they actually had a child. Wow, good on you, Al Pacino. The next celebrity couple that we have with a whopping age gap is Mick Jagger and Melanie Hamrick. Now, when you put the two of them side by side, you can really see the age difference. The same thing goes when you have a 54-year age gap between Al Pacino and Noor. This kind of age gap is probably a lot more alarming for regular folk, and it's completely obvious. Melanie Hamrick is 43 years younger than her partner, Mick Jagger. The rock star 80 and the 36-year-old choreographer have been dating since 2014 when he was 70 and she was 26. So they're still going strong here, and clearly he's got the energy. She doesn't have an issue with it, so why should we? Melanie gave birth to their son, Devereaux Octavian Basil, in 2016 when Mick was 73 years old. Now, you know, celebrity lifestyle is different than clearly your average folk. The fact that first of all, men are capable of having children. We've got an 80-year-old, a 73-year-old. We've got men that are officially seniors having young children. Now, some people would claim this to be kind of irresponsible and cruel. Of course, they are now living towards the rest of their life versus the start of their life. Now, they obviously can provide for children, and the moms are young. Who are we to judge them in that situation? It's clearly non-traditional, but it does happen. So I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Next, we have Robert De Niro and Tiffany Chen. In fact, Robert De Niro now is 34 years older than his partner, Tiffany. The couple first were romantically linked in 2021, and the actor 80 and martial artist 45 welcomed their first child together, and it's his 7th in April of 2023. So again, here's another celebrity A-list star that is having a child in his later years with their, clearly that was a plan. Don't think any of these were accidents. And it just, presents its own set of challenges. Next, we have Richard Gere and Alejandra Silva. Richard Gere and his wife Alejandra have a 33-year age gap. The Pretty Woman actor is now 74, and the Spanish political activist is 41. They tied the knot 6 years ago, April 2018, and they've been happy ever since. So when you look at them together, the thing about dating in much larger age gaps, depending on who is the older partner, you cannot hide the signs of aging, unless you're like Madonna or, Kris Jenner. I don't know what they do, but they clearly have a lot of help in maintaining that youthful look. Whereas these gentlemen that we just talked about, they don't seem to be doing much to their face as far as cosmetic surgery goes, facelifts. They're just aging naturally, and they're aging as they should, right? But you start to see that age difference when you are, getting older. Things slow down, things break down. So, though it's more important aside from looks, is it seems like if these relationships are lasting the test of time, then foundationally they have a lot in common. The couple shares 2 sons, a 5-year-old named Alexander and a 4-year-old whose name remains private. So that is Richard Gere. Next, we have a long-standing female couple, Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor. There's 32 years between Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor. The American Horror Story actress, 49, and her actress partner, 81, have been dating since 2015 and going strong. So there you have it. We have 2 women in love, 32 years between them, and they're making it work. Next, we have Alec and Hilaria Baldwin. Alec Baldwin is 26, his wife Hilaria is senior. The Hollywood star, 66, and the yoga instructor, age 40, began dating in 2011 and got engaged the following year. The couple tied the knot at St. Patrick's Old Cathedral in New York City, June 30th, 2012. Now, Alec and Hilaria share 7 children. 26 years span 7 children together. Carmen Gabriela, Rafael Thomas, Leonardo Angel, Maria Lucia Victoria, and Ilaria Catalina Irina. What beautiful names. Kudos to you guys. The 40-year-old is also stepmom to Alec's daughter, Ireland. Moving along, we have Rod Stewart and Penny Lancaster. Now, there are 26 years between Rod Stewart and Penny Lancaster. This is actually a cute photo of them. Again, you can see the age difference in Rod Stewart, considering he's the senior here. And he's lived a pretty good life, rock star life. So, again, he's not choosing Botox. He's naturally aging. She looks great. They have been wed. So 79-year-old rock star, model wife, 53, began dating in 1999 and wed 8 years later in a medieval monastery, La Cervera in Portofino, Italy, June 16, 2007. They share 2 sons, an 18-year-old named Alistair and a 13-year-old named Aiden. We've got, these senior gentlemen that are rearing and raising young kids. Clearly, they have the energy, the vibrancy, and I gather longevity in their family to make this happen. Oh, this couple I really like. They're always so affectionate towards each other. Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas. Michael Douglas is 25 years older than his wife, Catherine Zeta-Jones. I remember when they first started dating. Now you can kind of see the age difference with Michael Douglas and that he, again, is maturing in the natural way. So you can tell that there is a physical age gap difference. The American actor producer, 79, and Welsh actress, 54. They first started dating March 1999. They tied the knot November 18th, 2000. Now, the couple share 2 children, 23-year-old son named Dylan Michael and 20-year-old daughter named Carice Zeta. In any event, this couple has lasted. They are one of my favorite couples. They're always sweet to each other. They've stood the test of time as a couple, and age does not seem to be an issue in their marriage. Next, we have Aaron. Oh, we talked about Aaron and Sam Taylor-Smith. I'll just go back to that. Sam is older than Aaron. Enough said. She fell in love while directing the actor at the time in her 40s. He's 19. Wow. What chemistry. They're still together. So good on them. Next, we have Bruce Willis and Emma Hemming. Emma Hemming is 23 years younger than her husband, Bruce Willis. The model is 45, actor 69. They tied the knot in Turks and Caicos on March 21st, 2009. And the couple have 2 daughters, one born in 2012 and the other born 2 years later. Now, Emma is also stepmom to Bruce and his ex-wife, Demi Moore's 3 daughters, Rumor, Scout, and Tallulah. We all know that Bruce Willis has had a challenging time in this stage in his life dealing with Alzheimer's, the complications of that. Demi apparently has moved in to help out. They are an incredible inspiration as a blended family. I love that Bruce and Demi have maintained that close relationship. It's not easy, have been married to be like these guys were the power couple. I love them. I watched all of their earlier movies. Bruce is a boss. He's now dealing with his, health issues. That's one of the challenges and risks potentially of dating someone who's much older, is that you may end up being that person's caregiver, but of course you're in love. And that's part of the obligation and commitment that you make if you truly married for the right reason. So kudos to them for having it last. Next, we have Harrison Ford and Callista Flockhart. Harrison Ford is 22 years, Callista Flockhart Sr. They look like such a cute couple. I remember when they first started dating, it was a little bit of a shock, but 22 years in Hollywood is not that big of a deal. Now, in real life, there's not a lot of marriages or relationships that are a big age gap. They say as well, historically and statistically, that those couples that are married outside of a 10-year age gap based on certain surveys, do have a tendency to dissolve in a marriage faster than those in a closer age gap. That could be due to health issues. That could be to family issues. That could be to different values. It's not just age that is the concern. It's really all of the circumstances around that age gap. Now, for Harrison and Callista, the couple began dating after first meeting at the 2002 Golden Globe Awards. The Indiana Jones actor 81 popped the question to Callista, who's now 59, on Valentine's Day weekend in 2009. And the couple tied the knot June 15th, 2010 in Santa Fe, New Mexico. They are parents of a 23-year-old son whom Callista adopted before meeting Harrison. Wow. Next, we have this super hot couple, Jason Statham and Rosie Huntington Whiteley. They're 20 years separating Jason Statham and Rosie. The actor 56 and his high glam model fiance 36 have been together since 2010. Now, the thing is, Jason Statham looks fine. He looks great, actually. When you see them side by side in this photo that I'm looking at, you might not even know that there's an age gap, okay? She's clearly decked to the nine. She's a model. They both look great. Jason and Rosie share 2 children, and it's a son who was born June 24th, 2017. And they have a daughter born February 2nd, 2022. So congratulations. They have a 2-year-old as well. Next, we have George Clooney and Amal Clooney. I love this couple. They are the epitome of class, sass, and style. George Clooney is 17 years older than his glamorous wife, Amal. The Hollywood actor is 62 and his now wife, 46. Got engaged in April 2014. The couple tied the knot just a couple of months later on September 27th. And George and Amal welcomed twin girls, a daughter named Ella and a son named Alexander, on June 6, 2017. Now, 17 years, again, in my opinion, is not a huge age gap in Hollywood and not even really in mainstream land. And typically, he's an older gentleman. He's refined. He's in great shape. He looks great. They look great together. That people would do like a double take and go, why are they together? So I think that age gap is a really non-issue when both people share similar lifestyles, share similar looks, share similar, backgrounds and just, I guess aesthetics, if you will. Okay, so they are a very good looking couple, but more importantly, they are a couple with a lot in common. Next, we have Portia de Rossi and Ellen DeGeneres. I remember when this first started, I was like, wow, I had no idea, first of all, that Portia de Rossi was interested in women. And these women have stood the test of marital time. Ellen DeGeneres is 15 years older than Portia de Rossi. She is 66 and her Australian wife, 51. They first met in 2001, but they didn't start dating until 3 years later. Ellen popped the question in 2008. They tied the knot in an intimate ceremony in Beverly Hills home that August 16th, and they are still together. We have Pierce Brosnan and Keely Shea Smith. They look like a very cute couple, and there's almost 11 years between Pierce Brosnan and his wife Keely. They celebrated their 30th anniversary. Good on these guys this year, first having met in Mexico back in April 1994. Pierce 70, Keely 60, tied the knot 7 years later in Ballintubber Abbey, Co-Mayo in 2001. And they share 2 sons named Dylan and Paris. Well, you see, as we, widen that age gap, especially when you're looking at these photos, you can kind of tell which celebrities have like a huge gap. And that always, turns heads and motives. Part of the motivation of this particular video is that, there was a lot of speculation and tabloids with Brad Pitt's current partner. They have a 30-year gap. Brad looks great, but you will see over time that as he gets older, the natural signs of aging are going to show. His wife is in her early 30s. I mean, she hasn't even had a child yet. I'm pretty sure he's talking about marriage. Obviously, he has to deal with the Jolie thing, but it is clear that they are serious. They've moved in together. He wants to have another child. That would make sense considering that there is a rift in his situation with his current children, seeming to be siding with their mom, Angelina Jolie. But that's where you have the, age gap and celebrities. This is a normal thing for people. How much of an age gap do you think is too much, or does it even matter? Let everybody be happy. Would love to hear your thoughts below.